First, a little bit about Mail.dat. Mail.dat is the industry standard to provide pre-sort, payment, verification, logistics, entry, piece detail, container tray, etc. information to the postal service from mailers, and of course mailers and consolidators and logistics companies also use the Mail.dat to provide information to each other as the mail moves from one party to another until it reaches the postal service for final last mile delivery. As far as Mail.dat is concerned, there are a couple use cases available today. With the June 2017 release, there is another bigger use case coming later on, which will bypass all pre-sort information, which is more focused on sophisticated marketers who want to manage their piece ranges themselves, who want to provide multiple campaigns per piece. All of those things are coming in the future releases. Let's talk about what's available today. There are two primary use cases available through Mail.dat. One is at the component or piece version level, you can define your campaigns. Component is one of the key files in Mail.dat. It provides weight, class, shape, rate type, and that type of information, and it plays a critical role with payment. Now, if at that piece range level, if at that piece version level, you can define a campaign, the campaign is actually defined in the campaign details are defined in the RMR record, which is referenceable mail record, where you are defining and providing ride-along images, ride-along target URLs, replacement images that the consumer on the URL or that the consumer on the application or in the email will see. RMS, which is referenceable summary record, provides the postal service start date and end date on a campaign, which are the two critical fields, as well as the title of the campaign, any unique campaign code that the mailer wants to see, that the marketer wants to see on the informed delivery portal, so you know what happened with a certain campaign. Of course, component data, which is piece version data, is then linked to an RMR where you have the details on all the pieces, and those RMRs are tied to your PDR, which is piece detail record, or PBC, which is piece barcode record records. The idea is through component at the piece version level, now you have defined what is a campaign at a piece range level, so you didn't have to go at the physical piece level to define those campaigns. This is the much simpler option for simple mailings. Hey, I have one component or two components or two versions. Here's campaign 1 for version number 1. Here are the images for version number 1, and here's campaign 2 for version 2, and here are the images and start dates and end dates for version number 2, and there are 10,000 pieces for version 2, and there are 100,000 pieces for version 1. That's your scenario 1. Let's talk a little bit about scenario 2. In scenario 2, it's a little bit more detail oriented. Those who wanna define campaigns at the physical piece range level can say, hey, I have a 1,000,000 piece mailing, 1 through 100,000 it's campaign 1, 101,000 to 200,000 is campaign 2, 201,000 to 300,000 is campaign 3, 301,000 to 400,000 is campaign 4, and so on and so forth. And each one of those ranges you can define and provide the ride-along images or replacement images through the RMR record, which is the key referenceable mail record available to provide details on a campaign. And of course, that record is tied to the RMS or referenceable summary record, where you're providing the start date, the end date of a campaign, the title of the campaign, what will be displayed on the informed delivery portal for you. And once you start receiving the data back from postal service, you'll be able to link the two things together to say, aha, this is exactly what happened with my campaign 1 versus what happened with my campaign 2.